So you got to see that with this bit of earth. And before I flew to Phoenix to do that one, and I did the one with True Love just after doing Torture, I got a call from my agent said, I want you to go out on an interview. I said, I don't have time to go out on an interview. He says, well, it's a Thursday and you're not leaving till Friday. And I just got back on Tuesday. So that was the next day. And I said, I want you to go out on this because they asked for you and I just really want you to go. I said, but if it's something, when does it shoot? He says, I think next week. But I said, I'm shooting in. He says, we'll work it out. I said, you probably won't get it. And he says, okay, don't go. No, I said, I'll go. I went, and you usually interview with the director, you know, or the producer, something, if you're lucky, both. There was a panel of about 8 men involved. They were all producers and writers and creators of this, and so I read this script and that I just gotten that night before on my email, and so I said, I sat down because there's a chair right there in front of them, and I figured that was the hot seat for me, and so I had read it, and I see that I'm talking to a young man and someone else comes in and so forth in this scene. And so I think a little bit of Clara, a little bit of each one of those women came into me, and I did this scene for them. I looked up and they're laughing at me. And they're holding their thing, and laughter. And I had said when I came in, please forgive me for being late because I'm a half hour late. You know, you just don't do that in the interview. And I said, but I thank you for waiting. But I got caught on the 101 and the 405. And in a chorus, you can all now say, I heard that one before. And so, that's what I said to them. And they, oh, well, we're delighted to have you here. Sit down. I read the thing. They're laughing at me. And I don't know what to make of it, but I'm kind of glad, you know. And when I finished, they said, now, one man said, now who would not have been delighted to wait any time it took to hear that reading? And what you talking about, man? And I said, thank you so much. And when does this go? And they all looked at each other. They said, Monday, why? I said, just asking. I got home, and the phone rang, and this was my agent who said, what did you do? I said, listen, it doesn't matter, I'm going out of here, so I didn't get it done. And he says, no, they just called, they're crazy about you. Okay, I mean, I thought, that's what I thought too. They don't know yet because they got to check with the, as they would have to with anybody, with the network, and then with the studio heads. And but they have no doubt, and they would like you. So one down in about 2 hours. And the next one called in from New York headquarters and said, oh, her, absolutely, absolutely, you don't have to worry about it. It was my own network, NBC. And so I discovered that they would work around my schedule, which was the next 10 days, to let me join the cast of Heroes. So I've done 2 episodes, and will be, and they're waiting for me, and they closed down for the holiday because they wanted to shoot another episode before I left here, and I said, no, I have to be in Lionel. And so they closed down for the holiday and didn't try to squeeze it in, and I was delighted. And there, as soon as I get back, we'll start shooting some more. And it was a wonderful experience, an absolutely wonderful experience. And so I brought you up to date. And what that did, I had a little answer for the entity that I go to and went to back when I told you something wonderful happened, something awful happened, and then something wonderful happened. The way I do it, I have complete faith and confidence. And the way I do it when I can't handle anything else, I just say, you got it. With all the faith and expectation in the world. And when all of this happened, I said, you work fast.